here today. And so for the introduction of this field, let's go to PA announcer Paul Swangard.
Now the final of the Visa Women's 60 meters. In lane one, member of the Team USA that competed last year in Daegu at the World Outdoor Championships, set a personal best of 7:22 in the preliminary rounds, Jedaba Tarbo. In lane two, a two-time NCAA indoor 60-meter champion, tied the collegiate record of 7:09 last year, Lakea Brookins. In lane three, a three-time world outdoor champion at 200 meters. She set her new personal best of 7:10 in the preliminary rounds. It's Allison Felix. In lane four, set the world's fastest time at this distance this year in 2012 in the prelims with a mark of 7:05, the 2005 world long jump champion. This is Tiana Madison. In lane five, also bettered her personal best indoors in the prelims, a new national record for the Ivory Coast. This is Murielle AHOURE. And in lane six, the reigning world indoor champion at 60 meters. Her personal best is 7 flat. Only 6 women have ever run faster. Was an All-American here at Arkansas. Welcome back, representing Jamaica, Veronica Campbell-Brown. Your field of 6 to the Visa Women's 60
Well, I can tell you one thing, Lewis. I don't know how you win this race and not break 7 seconds. We have some talented women lining up for this final. And in case you think this young lady on your screen is the favorite, I don't know, because AHOURE looked very, very good. And let's not forget the 2005 world champion, Tiana Madison.
And there is AHOURE standing to the right of Campbell-Brown, and Allison Felix there collecting her thoughts. Had a really excellent qualifying run, was behind from the first step, but really closed well. And so this is going to be interesting as we take a look at the field. We've had some late scratches. Lanes 7 and 8 will be open, but the story, if it was 2 layers, I'd say Veronica Campbell-Brown in 6, Allison Felix in 3, of course the USA versus Jamaica story, but then AHOURE in 5.
Allison has to approach this race the same way she did in the semifinal. You know they're going to get a first step. Everybody in this field is likely to get a step on her. Don't panic. They'll come back if you relax. There's Veronica Campbell-Brown. She probably starts as a slight favorite. But as I said, a lot of quality in this field.
And a fair start, and AHOURE got away well. A stumble by Veronica Campbell-Brown, and AHOURE pulling it well, but look out for Tiana Madison, who comes up with a late close. We didn't see that one coming.
Well, it's not quite sub-7, but it is the fastest time in the world, eclipsing her own mark, as Veronica Campbell-Brown has to settle for second, and AHOURE hangs on for third. Allison Felix fourth in 7:11. But what can you say about Tiana Madison, who we know can sprint, but has not had a year like this in quite some time? We talked about the fact that she has been a world champion long jumper in the past, but the way she looks, not only is she going to be a threat at the World Indoor Championships in Turkey at this distance, but she has to start seriously thinking about what she can do outdoors, because she was not only running well in the beginning, but pulling away at the end, as Veronica Campbell-Brown, who did not respond well to the gun on the extreme left, really left herself a lot of work and was not able to catch Tiana Madison.
I'm curious to know what you think. What happened to AHOURE in 5?
Well, AHOURE actually ran a pretty good race, but she got a little bit too caught up in the start of Madison, and that's why she only got third. But a very good race for her as well, as Madison sets the world's fastest time here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. This really was a good job. She's a little bit too upright with her head down, but you can't argue with the results. Look at her blow by everyone, and she's down with Dan.
The final of the women's 60 meters. There's the lineup: Bailey, Asomno, Madison, Campbell-Brown, AHOURE, Sturrup, Pierre and Lalova. The defending champion, Veronica Campbell-Brown, going in lane 4 here. Madison away brilliantly there, so too is AHOURE. Campbell-Brown behind them, but it looks like AHOURE was Campbell-Brown coming through. Very fine finish indeed by VCB. She was surely down on Ahoure with 10 meters to go, but she held her form beautifully, as indeed one of the supreme sprinters of all time can do. And 7:01 is shown on the clock. It may be shaded, of course, but that could be the fastest time in the world this year. And she really is a wonderful sprinter. She was behind Madison, she was behind Ahoure, but she came through, and it looks like she has indeed taken the title, and the time confirmed as 7:01, with Ahoure having to settle for the silver medal at a national record of 7:04, and Madison third at 7:09.
Well, we saw that, didn't we, in the semi-final, where she came through in the last few strides, and she does exactly that here. Madison is in front, the American just on the left, but watch the last 2 or 3 strides. This is where she snatches it from Ahoure. So close in the end. In 60 minutes, you expect that. But having said that, it was a great run from VCB, Victoria Campbell-Brown. And here she comes, watch this again. Middle of the picture. Well, there's not much to choose between virtually all of those athletes, really. Great start. She got low, she kept low. Madison was in front just at this point. Ahoure, I think, inches ahead here, but the last 2 or 3 strides, and Campbell-Brown gets it. Sheer determination and the power in the end that won out. Well, I wonder whether she can come back again at the Olympics. I'm sure Jamaica would love to see her in great form yet again. Well, she's proving she can do it time and time again.
And if she can do it at 60, how much more can she do it at 100 and 200? So, Veronica Campbell-Brown takes the gold medal with 7:01, a world-leading mark. Ahoure of the Ivory Coast takes silver at 7:04. And Madison takes the bronze for the USA, 7:09.
The women's 100 metres then, a Sumnid run in lane 1, Simpson 2, Calvert 3, Fraser-Price 4, Stewart 5, Ahoure 6, Barber 7, Jones-Ferret 8, and Lalova in lane 9. Away this time, and right on the outside, Ahoure got away well, and Fraser-Price is coming through very strong. Ahoure is going to take this one unless they can close her down. It's going to be very close. Ahoure gets it, and in second place, Fraser-Price, Karen Stewart in third, and that was a 10 or 11 second dead. And what about that, Murielle AHOURE from the 6th lane? So the next lane to the big names of Karen Stewart and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. Good run indeed, that was 11 dead. And that is a new personal best. She said 11:06 last season. You can't believe it, Steve. It was such a powerful run, it really was, against 2 big names, really.
Well, you're right. I think there's probably a few other people who won't believe that result when they see it. And, well, hats off to her, new national record. And you can see why she's a silver medalist at the World Indoors, can't you? Because she was so good out of the blocks, but this time maintaining it. And that's a big personal best. Just watch this here. The first 4 or 5 strides, when they went past that yellow mark, Karen Stewart is a tall figure, but really not into her running. But Shelly-Ann Fraser, nowhere near her either. And this point, you think, okay, they're going to run her down. But no, she maintains all the way through, and that's a big, big win. Biggest of her career, to be fair. She's never really won at this sort of level. And, well, is she going to throw her hat into the ring for the summer? I suggest so, because if the Jamaicans normally are a fantastic benchmark, of course, Comley to Jetta, you've got Veronica Campbell-Brown, etc. We may even see Alison Felix run the 100 yet, you never know. But this is a new name to throw into it. It's 11 seconds dead, new national record. So well done to her. It's all at the start, that, and if she can sort of develop the second half of the race, because what, she had about 2 meters there, and there was no chance of, there was no way they're going to catch her. No way.
I tell you what, we were always talking about predictions for Olympic Games and for major championships. But I tell you what, this is one of the reasons why it's difficult to do it. Athletes in Olympic year come good from all over. And it's not just the big names that always prevail. Shelley and Fraser-Price chased hard, so did Karen Stewart, but I tell you, the damage was done in the first 30 or 40 metres by Murielle AHOURE of the Ivory Coast, and as you say, silver medalist over 60. And my goodness me, as Steve said, if she can go from 60 to 100 and develop a real speed endurance over the final stages of this, then there's a 10.8 in that tank. There certainly is. And this woman, the tall figure of Karen Stewart, world and Olympic silvers at 100 metres. Well, it's early to say and early to predict anything, but there is a very, very happy young woman. National record. AHOURE, absolutely delighted with that. Delighted, and so she should be. Good race too. Well, there's the AHOURE then, 11 seconds, national record. Shelley Fraser-Price, 11.06. Karen Stewart, 11.10, two seasons best. Jones Ferret and Lalova there coming back, 11.18, 11.27.
Russin Jelena Sokolova mit immerhin 6,89 Meter. 200 Meter der Frauen, Dirk.
Die 200 Meter der Frauen in diesem Jahr hier in Oslo vielleicht nicht ganz so stark besetzt. Akinjevi, die Norwegerin, vorne auf Bahn 1. Sharon Simpson auf Bahn 2. Wir haben ja schon am Samstag den nächsten Diamond League Wettkampf in New York. Da sind dann die starken Amerikanerinnen, Teil der Jamaikanerinnen auch. Das hängt natürlich damit zusammen, dass die Saison so ein bisschen gepresst ist dieses Jahr. Nicht nur Olympia, auch noch die Europameisterschaften, die man da jetzt reingeklemmt hat. Viel diskutiert, ob das sinnvoll ist oder nicht in so einer Saison. Aber dann können natürlich nicht immer alle Weltstars überall gleichzeitig stattfinden. Sharonda Williams ist eine der stärkeren Läuferinnen, hat in Hengelo gewonnen, in Regensburg die 100 Meter. Vielleicht haben Sie es gesehen. Daneben dann Maria Rimien, die in der Sprintstaffel Gold gewann in Barcelona mit den Ukrainerinnen. Und das hier sicherlich die Favoritin, Murielle AHOURE von der Elfenbeinküste. Tolle 11.00 in Rom, hat sie die 100 Meter gewonnen. Unter anderem auch sie geschlagen hier. Karen Stewart, die dritte der Olympischen Spiele von Peking, über die 200 Meter. Seinerzeit mit der Bestzeit von 21,99. Da ist sie in dieser Saison noch eine knappe Sekunde von weg. Abiyun Oje Paiten haben wir länger nicht gesehen. Hat wieder mal Verletzungsprobleme gehabt. Die Engländerin, und draußen Sherry Ann Brooks. Eine weitere der starken Jamaikanerin, die ja Ende Juni auch ihre Trials haben in Jamaika. Das ist ja ein ganz ähnlicher Wettbewerb wie bei den US-Amerikanern. Und da ist natürlich in den Sprints eine dermaßen Ansammlung von Hochklasse-Athleten bei den Frauen, als auch natürlich bei den Männern. Nimm da nur die 100 Meter mit Blake, mit Paul und natürlich mit Usain Bolt und dann alle anderen, die noch danach kommen. Einige, die ebenfalls unter 10 Sekunden laufen können und schon gelaufen sind. Das ist schon Wahnsinn. Also müssen sie sich hier zeigen, die Form holen, die 200 Meter der Frauen in Oslo. Weltjahresbestleistung 22,22 von Kimberly Duncan, eine Hundertstel vor Alison Felix. Ist hier, glaube ich, nicht in Gefahr. Wir sehen aber AHOURE, die gut aus der Kurve kommt. Die Ivorerin hat hier deutlich das Ding in der Hand. Karen Stewart ist damit vorne. Hoppla. Maria Rimien den starken Lauf gemacht hat, ist da böse gestürzt ins Ziel rein auf der Bahn, aber AHOURE, die ist ja bärenstark unterwegs, verbessert sich gleich um 3 Zehntel über die 200 Meter. Tolle 22,42 von ihr, ein echter Kandidat. Und sehen Sie das da, richtige üble Abschürfung an der Schulter von Rimien, die einen starken Lauf gemacht hat, aber dann irgendwie klemmen geblieben ist. Die Kollegen hatten uns hier Karen Stewart angeboten, von der war nicht viel zu sehen. Nee, das war das Mädel von der Elfenbeinküste, die bei den Hallenweltmeisterschaften Zweite geworden ist. Jetzt schauen wir nochmal auf Rümien. Die Zweite ist, die da fightet, diesen zweiten Platz unbedingt heimbringen will. Das schafft sie allerdings nicht. Wird dann noch abgefangen und da stolpert sie. Boah, bei der Pace lässt du einiges an Haut auf der Tatanbahn liegen. Allerdings dürfte man davon ausgehen, dass schlimmere Verletzungen dabei ausbleiben. Am Ende war es dann wahrscheinlich sogar nur der 4. Platz für sie, weil auch Gerarda Williams sie noch überholt hat. Aber sie kann reinstoßen mit ihrem neuen Landesrekord über 200 Meter Elfenbeinküste in diese Phalanx der US-amerikanischen und jamaikanischen Läuferinnen. Bärenstarke Afrikanerin, Versuch sich ebenfalls verbessert hat. Auch das können wir sagen auf 81,44. Also das ist alles noch in Schlagweite für Matthias de Zordo. Und einen 81-Meter-Wurf, den wirfst du auch nicht mehr, wenn du verletzt bist. Also
Well, the next event on the track, the women's 200 meters. Lenoir, France, drawn on the inside. Bailey of Jamaica in 2. Williams, USA 3. Soumari of France in 4. Ahoure of the Ivory Coast in 5. A Knight of the USA in 6. Stoy of the Ukraine in 7. And Hastings, the United States, in lane 8. Well, Ahoure's gone up very, very quickly indeed already up on Bianca Knight as they go into the top of the bend and into the home straight. Ahoure's really leading this. A powerful piece of transition into the straight, really going well. Ahoure's got this one tied up in the 3rd lane. Sharonda Williams going very strongly indeed. And outside Ahoure is Bianca Knight coming back. Ahoure's going to get this. Bianca Knight in 2nd place. In 3rd place was Sharonda Williams of the United States. 22.56 the time. It was quick. What a bend. She was wide on the bend as she came into the home straight, Ahoure. But my goodness me, what a season she's having.
Well, here it is again, Stuart. Yes, in 5 there, lane 5, 4th from top. Look how quickly she picks up an athlete of the caliber of Bianca Knight, who is in pretty good form. Don't let's forget that 5th in the American trials, Bianca Knight, and comes into the straight with a 2 or 3 meter lead. Knight battling hard there, 3rd from left to get back to Ahoure. But in 0 wind here, she runs a very useful time, 22.56. She's tying up towards the end there. Another 10 or 15 meters, and I think Knight would have got back to her. All credit to Knight for persisting with that chase down the home straight. Sharonda Williams not far back either in 3rd place with a season's best of 22.70.
Yeah, she started off the season with a silver medal in the World Indoor Championships, did Ahoure. And really, when you look at that Soumari of France in the 4th lane there, just Sharonda Williams, just a brief look at her on the inside. Once they got it to this stage, look at the advantage that Murielle AHOURE had. She's got a degree in criminal law. And I tell you what, this is a case she's solved very, very well. Look at this. Such power. A lovely, lovely bend. It was a very, very fast bend. A transition, she was wide off the bend, but nevertheless maintained her strength. But Bianca Knight was finishing the quicker of the two, most definitely. But the race is only 200 meters, and Ahoure was good enough. 11 seconds for 100 meters this season. What an athlete she's becoming before the Olympics. 22.55, Bianca Knight 22.64, Sharonda Williams 22.70, a season's best for her, and Stoy, the Ukrainian, 22.91, a season's best for her.